We all know that most of the names in My Hero Academia are related to themselves. Shoto Todoroki's name, written in kanji, means burn and freeze. Midorya or Midori is green in Japanese, and therefore his green hair and green eyes. Katsuki Bakugou perfectly fits him as it means fierce explosion and victory. So that was it for me. I never gave the name Kacchan a second look until Eri attended their Christmas party. They called her Eri-chan. In Japan, the honorific suffix chan is usually added at the end of the name of a young child as a form of endearment, also to connote cuteness. So putting this and that together, Kat, short for Katsuki, plus Chan equals
Kacchan! Kacchan! Kacchan!
So it's adorable that all these times, Midoriya has been calling Bakugou Kacchan despite them already in their teenage years. What is even more amazing is that Bakugou allows him to call him that. We all know that when kids start to grow up, they don't like being called little boy or baby girl anymore. They would say, I'm a big lady already, or I'm a man now. And yet, Bakugou never seemed to mind being called Kacchan. Let us bear in mind though that only Midoriya could call him that. It is a name reserved for him. Well, except for that one time when Kaminari called him Kacchan.
おい、かっちゃん、何をふてくされてんだ？心配だったからここいいんだろ？な、素直になれよ。寝る。早くね？老人かよ。
But he was teasing him at that moment. Unlike Midoriya, Kacchan is instinct. It is something automatic and spontaneous for him. Like when we look into his subconscious, you don't see Katsuki. We see Kacchan. And when you watch the anime, you would notice that if the episode is with Midoriya, they would title it as Deku versus Kacchan. But if with others, it's Todoroki versus Bakugou. And if you listen to the older Midoriya who is narrating the anime, he would still always use the name Kacchan. So we know for a fact that the endearment was never outgrown. So why did Bakugou allow this? Well, perhaps it really showed the depth of their friendship, which was a bit of a roller coaster, because they kind of started okay when they were kids.
勝樹よ、緑谷とは幼馴染なんじゃねえの？
It just took a hard turn when Bakugou developed his quirk. Then in UA, Bakugou slowly matures and despite still being hot-headed, moves beyond his superiority complex and starts to see Midoriya as a competent and worthy equal. It is also nice to think that he did not mind being affiliated with Midoriya during the start of the class in UA. Because normally, bullies do not like to be associated with the weaklings of their past. More so someone calling him with the honorific Chan. And if you think about it, may actually sound as an insult for a very strong-willed teenager like Bakugou. Imagine being called child or baby by the very person you vocally say is beneath you. So ironically, Izuku was unintentionally getting back at him for calling him Deku. Emphasis on the word unintentional because we all know how sincere Midoriya is. Anyway, I'm not saying that Bakugou deserves an award for tolerating Midoriya for the nickname. But what I'm getting at is the kind of relationship that they share, and the way it has evolved into what it is today.
どうすりゃいいかわかんねえんだよ。悩んでたんだ。考えてたんだ。勝ちにも負けにも意味はないのかもしれない。それでも僕はやらなきゃって思った。かっちゃんのこの気持ちを今受けられるのは僕しかいないんだから。
Who knows? Since Midoriya took on the name Deku, maybe in the end Bakugou's hero name will be Kacchan. A lot better than.
爆殺王
But nah, that's taking it a bit too far. I would go for the name Ground Zero, since he is always in the middle of the battleground. But what do you think?